Hello everybody, I am back. We are gonna do a reaction video, so yeah, let's do it.
In my international affairs, I can't even talk. North Korea, Russia, how could you? Yeah, see, there'd be a lot of nations like that, like North Korea, probably disappointed in Russia becoming friends with the USA. Pretty much everyone on this map has already mentioned Iran and Syria. Venezuela is one as well, probably Belarus, and I'm surprised that North Korea isn't labeled on here. At the very same time, you'd also have the opposite thing happen where countries would be very upset at the USA, and I think a lot of those places would be coming out of a specific part of Europe. Eastern Europe to be exact. Poland, Ukraine, the Baltics, be crazy. I think Brazil might be kind of cool with it. UK, two superpowers are becoming friends, great for world peace. The UK would be okay with it. I guess it depends on like how the friendship really works. Nigeria, now I hope China's debt trap diplomacy can't do anything to me. Philippines, now Earth will be more beautiful for humans than ever before. Italy, this is the alarm bell for me and my citizens. Finland, I tried negotiation between them since Cold War, but now they're friends. Interesting, because Finland's now in NATO. I wonder how they would feel about that. Now I can blindly invest in East and West, says Singapore. Japan, it's really confusing to me because my friend and foe are becoming friends. Definitely for Japan. Ukraine, oh no, now what about me? So that's one of those countries that'd be mad at probably the USA a little bit. I never dreamed of this day, but never mind, I'll see. China would be in a real interesting situation. It's time to change my diplomacy, says Pakistan. Cuba, that's a dangerous sign for the communists. Yeah, Cuba's one I didn't get to mention. Cuba would be an interesting spot. So there is some countries that would be just, I think, happy that tensions would be going down. India, finally now together, they will solve a lot of problems. Like I said, with China, I can't even imagine really what they would be thinking. I have to assume it would probably be really bad for them, though. I mean, a very important northern neighbor is now allied to, like, I think your literally biggest enemy. I think they'd be very upset about this. That video was by Pop-Up Data. I've reviewed this channel many times. Please go subscribe. Here's one about what if the Philippines, Indonesia, and who's the other one? And Malaysia united if they became a giant union. That would be these three countries right here in the corner. They would be very massive, probably a lot of population. They'd be hovering around.
I mean, and he is right about that. That would be a pretty big population right there. That would be, yeah.
Around 450 million people, which would be the third biggest country in the world. So Mexico would like it. Hungary, this will literally be the next Austro-Hungarian Empire. Oh, that's actually just giving them like kind of sad vibes. Taiwan, hope now they will move away from one China policy. Help me, Japan. Now I don't have to worry too much about keeping my territory safe. I feel like Japan would feel immediately threatened, to be honest. But who knows? Palestine, after hearing this, I feel better. Days are coming. Vietnam, now I can also tap some barrels of oil, natural gas from South China Sea. East Timor, it's big trouble for my existence. Oh, that is for sure. I wonder how Singapore would feel too. They'd be smack dab in the middle of that. Now they have potential to become powerful. Good for Asia. China, to think about the South China Sea is going to be a big problem. Oh, that would be very, very bad for China. 1.4 million military personnel. Can't believe it. Iran's impressed by the military. Brunei. Indonesia can't leave me alone. What will I do now? Canada with 1.6 trillion GDP, they will go into the number. I love how my voice is cracking. I love how each country here has given us like different interesting facts about this would-be country. A lot of these places are feeling very optimistic about this union, which is nice, a nice way to look at it. France, now they can't troll each other on social media, especially in games. Australia, now they can also threaten China without any fear. Oh, Australia would love this, I think, because they're really worried about China. Bangladesh, Turkey, UK, they're becoming the third most populous country in the world. Yeah, they'd be passing up the USA. I think it is completely difficult for Filipinos to understand. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, there'd be a huge language barrier between these countries coming together. Brothers separated by artificial borders are uniting. Great, says the USA. Israel, they are my friends. Singapore, they still need decades to reach my level. They would still have to try to catch Singapore. I wonder if they could just annex Singapore after that. Germany, easier. I didn't pay attention to Southeast Asia, but now I have to. Oh, earlier, sorry. And then Thailand. Yeah, see, I do think I have to imagine a lot of neighboring countries would be a little bit scared. These are three massive places coming together. One thing crazier than this would be the ASEAN nations coming together. That would be nuts. Thailand, Vietnam, Myanmar, Laos, even Singapore on board too. Can't even imagine their...
Yeah, if those countries came together, that would be crazy. Yeah, that would be.
Power. This video is by DataTuber. It is a what if Kim Jong-un was oof. The Philippines never come back. Mexico, not very happy either. Russia, sad about Missile Man disappearing. Israel, not happy. France, are you kidding me? Now, a lot of people This is your interesting reactions, because maybe initially these would be the thoughts, but then they'd start to wonder, wait a second, who's going to replace that guy though? The only thing that might be scarier than North Korea is a North Korea without someone in charge. New Zealand, should we party? Pakistan, bad news. Oh, Pakistan, there we go. There's a different one. Taiwan, unbelievable. Canada, how happy I am. Indonesia might be good for world peace. Why was Indonesia given this guy? Greece, good news. He was supposed to, yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of reports as of the last several years that maybe he hadn't made it. UAE, not interested in him. Bangladesh, I don't care. UK, I despise Kim. That's how a lot of the West is feeling. Belgium, today is a good day. I thought Belgium was dabbing for a second there. Dangerous people, says Czech Republic. Belarus, you are my hero. Okay, yeah, Belarus would maybe not be too happy. Romania, what great news. Singapore, dreams really do come true. Turkey, did Turkey despise? This is, I like these videos because they make me think about specific parts of the world and how they would relate to another part of the world. Brazil, let's party. Germany, he was a psychopath. Japan, definitely not very happy. Iran, there we go. So I think we showed a map of, like, I think a lot of countries that might have been sad about Russia and the US coming together would be maybe a little bit upset about Kim Jong-un. But like I said, this is just like the same hour of them hearing the news. Maybe not even the same, the 1 minute. Oh yeah, China would be trying to install somebody, someone new. I guess we know who did it. It was the USA. India, I'm really shocked. I would just be wondering, is the grass gonna actually be greener on the other side, or are things gonna get even worse? Because they have nukes, and without some sort of strong, person in charge, I don't even want to imagine a scenario like that. And that was by Data YouTuber. If you aren't already, go to subscribe as well. Here's another video by that same channel. We have how different countries laugh. Interesting, Sweden using ASG. He. Algeria, I do the same thing. Ha ha ha, says Turkey. Maybe leading with...
A short drive.
Algeria, I do the same thing. Ha ha ha, says Turkey. Maybe leading with the A, who knows? Bulgaria uses the X's. If you, maybe that's laughing in Cyrillic. Poland, ha ha ha. Lithuania, cha cha cha. Norway, laughing out here like Santa Claus, which actually would make a lot of sense now that I think about it. Indonesia, I think I do know about this. WK. Nigeria uses several different words. What is the country that uses a number? Is it Thailand? Italy is France, this is actually an acronym. It's like LOL, basically. I'm assuming maybe Jamaica has something similar, DWL. Iceland saying hi, which is similar to Swedish going hey, right? Brazil using RSRS. They don't say ja, Jaja, because they speak Portuguese, not Spanish. USA, of course, is a haha country. South Korea just mass spamming that K, which I really like that, because, just hold one button of your keyboard. That seems a lot easier. Japan looks like they're typing in a website. There we go. There's Spain and all the other Spanish-speaking countries. Ja. That seems like, I guess, a lot of countries. Some countries have to use more than one letter. Denmark, that seems like kind of a lot. Again, XXA. There it is. Oh, it's 555. I thought it was 333. I always find it...
I wonder why it's 555 for laughter. But that is kind of cool, though. But
fascinating to see how different languages have adapted to the internet. Of course, take this all with a grain of salt. Some people from certain parts of the countries could use other methods. Another place that might possibly use numbers is China 233. Burma is using some characters I've never even seen before. Yeah, I'm definitely guessing that some of these are acronyms that are using like a bunch of different letters. We know in English LMAO. And then there's LMFAO. There's ROFL. So for these French-speaking countries in Africa or like other former countries a part of colonization, that might be the case. Oh, Djibouti has he with a little special thing over the E. That gives it a whole other feeling to he. This one's by Pure Data Comparison. This is favorite foods of world leaders. Starting off with Pope Francis. He likes Argentinian I don't even know what that is. I think that looks tasty though. Zelensky from Ukraine. I'm not sure what that dish is either, but I'd like to try. Trump with hamburgers. Totally not surprised about that. Do we even know that's the truth? It would make sense coming out of the USA, but I've never heard that before. China with chow mein. Justin Trudeau with sushi, which is interesting. Is that okay? That looks like a Japanese dish from Shinzo Abe. Some of these leaders a little bit old here. Dalai Lama. It's been a little bit awkward with him. I'm some of these, okay, we actually have older world leaders because we have George W. Bush in here. I don't really like pork rinds that much, but okay. Fidel Castro, we have vegetable soup. Was he a vegetarian? Actually, I think I did maybe read that once. The Nelson Mandela from South Africa. We've got turkey from JFK. That seems about right. Pistachio ice cream for Putin. That's not what I expected from the Russian leader. Gandhi just went with the classic brown rice. Can't go wrong with that. Red braised pork for Mao Zedong. Adolf is, I didn't even know that we had this information that would be his favorite food. I guess maybe if people found him eating that a lot. We have Winston Churchill roast beef. I thought it was just like a cigar, to be honest, for him. Joseph Stalin, that looks like a fish dish. I am not the culinary arts guy. Abraham Lincoln, didn't he say something about apples? Is that why he was given apples here? Another Japanese prime minister. Joe Biden with pasta. Interesting. Joe Biden has like Irish heritage. I thought it'd be, I don't want to say potatoes, but something, something like that. Tortillas from the president of Mexico. We have Rosado from the New Zealand. I think I'm just making sure I pronounce that right. I'm sorry, Italians. Cow milk cheese, Kim Jong-un. Cow's milk cheese. Okay. A South Korean dish. Of course, I mean, France, Emmanuel Macron has a lot to choose from in France. Hot dogs for Franklin D. Roosevelt. I always could enjoy a good hot dog. A peasant pie from King Charles. Queen Elizabeth's favorite food was, that thing looks just so fancy. Again, I don't even know how to pronounce so many of these. Cabbage and sausage from Angela Merkel. Mother Teresa liking chocolate and ice cream. Yeah, I think there's a lot of videos from of her eating that. Rice with beans for Napoleon Bonaparte. Again, I wonder how we know some of this. The Indonesian Joko, how do you pronounce his name again? Imran Khan, is that a real dish? That's an interesting name for a dish. Not surprised by the Turkish guy. Barbecued meat. Oh yes, Brazilian food. I love trying that stuff. Just any sort of meat from Brazilian steakhouses. Barack Obama's spinach and broccoli is really healthy. I can't imagine eating spinach and broccoli. I just would feel depressed, I feel. For me, I just need something spicy. Very nice summary of the American presidents. Is this what they're eating while they're gaming together? Again, that was by Pure Data Comparison. Go subscribe if you aren't already. Another one by the same channel. These are unsolved mysteries from each country. What is the purpose of the Great Sphinx from Egypt? France. Who was the man in the iron mask? That looks terrifying. I've never even heard of that. What happened to the Aztecs' treasure? Probably stolen by Spain. I would assume Mexico, or maybe it was gone before they came. Pakistan, what is the true extent of their nuclear program? That's, I'm sure, what the entire world's wondering. Canada, what happened to the Franklin expedition? I feel like that sounds familiar. USA, is Michael Jackson alive? That is the greatest mystery. I ask myself this every single day. There's murals of it in people's closets, I'm sure, here. How was the Nazca lines created from Peru? South Korea, what happened to this lost city? Italy, what secrets lie underneath the Vatican archives? I haven't even thought about that, but I was in the Vatican. I'm glad that I was not told that, because I might have turned down a random corner just to try to see what was going on. Argentina, what happened to this submarine? Germany, what happened to the Amber Room? USA, what... Okay, so at least we have a couple different things. I think there's video of what happened, unfortunately. New Zealand, what is the true history of the Maori people? What is the history of... well, interesting that North Korea wants to know what the North Korean nuclear program is like. I would assume some people in North Korea probably know the extent of that. What happened to these children? You know what? For Australia, I would like to make a edit. What happened to that dude that randomly disappeared in the ocean that you named a pool after? That's the biggest mystery that I'm trying to figure.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. What happened to that guy? Wasn't he like a prime minister, or wasn't he a leader or something like that? I don't remember, but yeah, what happened to that dude?
From Australia. Was the real story of the Trojan horse real out of Greece? Or what about Atlantis? I want to know that out of Greece as well. Is that real? Was it based on something real? What happened to the crew from this UFO incident in Brazil, India? What happened to this man? Where's the flight, of course, from Malaysia? What happened to the Kazakh diamond? What is stored in Area 51? That's a good one. That's the one I've been kind of wondering. Is Bigfoot real? What it goes on in this complex from Russia, China? What happened to this crew who oofed? Oh, there we go. Okay, we're getting better and better out of the USA.
Yeah, who killed JFK? Yeah, that's a good one.
Hey, that's a big one. Where was Jesus born? Out of Israel, Egypt. Where is Cleopatra's tomb? Greece. Oh, there we go. Where is the lost city of Atlantis? And was it real? Possibly. Who was Jack the Ripper from the UK? Oh, another one from the UK. Was there a real King Arthur? I know that we found that blade that said it was supposed to be Excalibur in the Bosnian lake. And then where is Jimmy Hoffa? Also, where's what's that dude that jumped out of the plane? Yeah, DB Cooper. What happened to him? There's so many. I like that video, and it's got me thinking. It does make me want to go down the rabbit hole because I'm sure every country really does have really specific mysteries to each region. Again, that was by pure data comparison, and please go subscribe to all the.
Alright, well, that's the end of this one. Yeah. Um, hit that like button. Uh, and yeah, see ya.